Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Angela's Craft Room. I thought today I'd just do a little bit of a tutorial on the Stampin Up trimmer. It's a fantastic tool, and when I'm doing classes, when customers ask me and ladies ask me what is the main tool I need to have to start. I've got nothing, they've got nothing, they've never crafted before. I say you need the Stampin Up trimmer. It is so versatile. Now, the points that I point out is it comes, because not everyone can afford to get the scoring board as well straight away. So it comes with a scoring blade and a trimmer blade, a cutting blade, straight cutting blade. So there's an advantage already. If you want to do later on, when you get used to it and you want to do some scoring so you can do more than one fold cards, you've got the scoring blade on there, which is really versatile. Now I'll just show you easily how easy. When you're removing these, you slide this down and there's a little slot about there, and you just literally just push it out. It's that easy. And then just to pop it back in that little slot there, you just get it right in the right spot and it's straight back on again. Okay, now the other thing that I find really good is over on this side you've got a 1-inch area. So if you're just wanting to cut like a 1-inch strip, it's really hard sometimes to line it up over here, so, and even a 1/2 inch. So say we even wanted to do just a 1/2 inch strip, you've just got, I'll just pull that down so you can see, you've got the 1/2 inch there, and then you've got 3/4 and 1 inch. So I find the easiest thing is just putting it on that little 1/2 inch. Just check. There we go, just hadn't snapped it in. So just line that up on the 1/2 inch. And it's as easy as that, and it's so easy to do such a really thin strip. The other tip I have, I take my project marker, say I wanted to cut from here like on an angle, and I needed to do a particular measurement if I was doing a particular card. One comes to mind. I had all score lines down here, so say this was my score line here, and I wanted to line the top, this top edge. I had to line this top edge up at the 1.5 mark. So what I do, if you want to, you can get a ruler, or you can just look at the 1.5 up there, and you can actually mark on your Stampin Up trimmer, and then you just line it up there, and then I've marked, here is my score line, and I'm keeping that top piece in my 1.5 inch mark, and then I'm just sliding this over until this mark, which was my score line for a particular card I did, and so that's like right in my track there. So that's just a tip that how I do different fold cards, and then I just slid that up and it just cut it off really easy. Now another thing to clean it off is just the stamping mist on these black marks. So you just spray on there and it just comes off straight away, and you've got a lovely clean trimmer once again. And I also find the grid, I find that really helpful to keeping my paper straight and knowing exactly where I want to cut. The other thing is there is actually a film of like a plastic film on your trimmer, and that will protect it for you. You won't, like, I've had this trimmer for 2 years. I've got 2 of them for classes, but this particular one I've had for 2 years. And you can see that it's really in good condition. And I think that's because of the film, and you can just spray it with the stamping mist, as I said, and then just give it a clean off with paper toweling. Now, the other really good thing is it has an extending arm, which will extends out to 15 inches, which is absolutely fabulous when you're using 12-inch by 12-inch paper and cardstock, which I do quite regularly. So that's some of the tips. Also, underneath you have a storage compartment, so you can put your spare blades in here, or any embellishments you want to store, or anything like that. So that's another added, and it just clips shut. And I've had a few trimmers over the years, which I bit the bullet when I joined Stampin' Up in 2014, and I haven't looked back. I love it. I do a lot of more than one fold cards, and I just find it's a really good trimmer. So I hope that helps you with a few tips and how that you can clean up your trimmer, and you can do that on your blade as well. The blade just slips out at the top here like that. Even if you wanted to give your blade where you can't get underneath when it's on the trimmer, give it a good spray. And just remember, this is, as I said, I bought this in 2014, October 2014. It's now June 2016, and it's like new. So you can see how easy it is to clean. And then you've just got your little notch, if you can see that. That's all I'm putting back into that hole there. Just grab that way. If I put it the right way, that would be helpful. And just putting that back in there. And then it just slips back onto there. So how easy is that? And I've cleaned underneath my blade. One other thing is, this is your cutting track, and what a lot of people don't realise, inside your cutting track, this is your cutting track along here. Every time you cut, all little bits of paper get in there. So you can get like just a needle or even a pair of tweezers and just run that along there quite regularly, and that will remove the paper from inside. If it's really stubborn and you haven't cleaned it for a while, I give it a bit of a tap on both ends, and it's clean as anything. Now you have your running track on that side, and you also have another running track on this side. So it is good if you rotate it like so. Don't just leave it as you've bought it, like depending on how much you use it. I use mine nearly every day, so, but like, now I've put it in there, so there we go. Just need to get hold of it. What I'm trying to get at is, that's your running track. It's just a good idea. About every couple of weeks, I give it a good clean, and then I turn it. So I'm rotating it, and it will last a lot longer. You can buy new ones from Stampin' Up to replace these, but I find if you do that rotation and you do your cleaning of your instruments, they are going to last so much longer. So I hope you've enjoyed that, just that few tips and tricks with the Stampin' Up trimmer. And thank you for spending a few moments of your day today with me. Until next time, happy crafting.